this is going to sound like one of the answers you read in a magazine published by some PR company, but genuinely I was, I was the goofy Jarvis Cocker-esque dressed kid who grew plants under his bed, and all of the money from grass cutting went to buy sieves, learn how to make your own compost and plants and books, and it wasn't really a fashionable thing, so it's sort of what I've always loved doing. And I think probably Christmas or that festive period, there's about a 2-week window in there, certainly 10 days, where the phone just doesn't ring. And I think once I get to sort of 2-3 days before the 25th, then I know it's not going to go much more unless it's something really serious to do with work, but that's highly unlikely when it comes to photosynthesis. I can put my hand on my heart and say it's not a PR answer, because it's obviously me. I like old school black and white movies, and I love music, and I love that being out and about. And I think in an Irish sense, when you put the music into the pub or the Chalk Tavern, if you will, I think there's just something magical where you get transported to a different place, which is sort of what you want a garden to be in a sense. But I find it pretty hard to do things that are hobbies during the daytime. I went playing golf once, and the guys I was with just told me to go away, because next to the first tee was some planting, and then I started commenting on the types of grass used around the tee box. But I think I find it hard to sit still, and I like playing music, and I taught myself how to play piano because I got bored. And I like reading, but the issue I have with reading is that my brain doesn't sit still, so I can speed read, so I'll read an entire book in like 7 hours. Like I read Andre Agassi's biography, but I don't play tennis. I read Tiger Woods' biography, but I don't play golf. And the list goes on. But I read them in 7 hours, and I'll do 18 books on the trot. And then I'll just kind of go, right, I'll stop reading for a month or two, and then I'll do another, say, 3 or 4 or 7, and then I'll go again. So the brain sort of works a little bit differently. I get it, there's no malice, there's no badness in it. It's just filled with daydreams and sunshine, and that's in my spare time. Or Marx Brothers movies. But there's not a whole lot that I tend to do really outside of horticulture. And holidays tend to very much come once work is done. But again, this is going to sound like a PR sort of statement. I think when you sort of it's all you've ever done as a child to now a tall child. In business aside, like, why would you not be smiling if? And again, the business part of it is taken quite seriously. And I know I'm deviating from personal time to business, but understanding that all business is looked after, the designs are daydreams made into equations. Everything follows the plan. The people by your side are people who you trust because they're educated and experienced and genius at what they do. They're all in on the plan. They're better than you at doing this and this at all times. It's not you at the top of the page, it's us at the top of the page. For that good reason, that it's genii plural, then you can do the tomfoolery, if I may, or the Three Stooges or the Marx Brothers or Drop Dead Fred or one of those comedic things. But I don't think you'd swap that magic bubble where you know you don't fall over. Therefore, you can sort of relax and have a good time on the journey. But is there much downtime? Really? Probably not. No, brutally honest. I'm a horticulturally nerdy garden designer fella who masquerades with a bad boy band haircut, and somehow or another people seem to laugh at me behind the cameras.